Hi everyone, so in this video we're going to be looking at multiplying fractions, which is the simplest out of all four operations that you can do with fractions. So here we have a number sentence. We've got 1/2 and we're going to multiply it by 3/5. What we do is we first of all look at the two top numbers, which we call the numerators, and we simply multiply those together. So 1 times 3 gives us 3. Then we look at the denominators, the bottom numbers. We've got 2 times 5, just multiply them together to get 10. So our answer is 3/10. If we look at another one here, then we've got 4/5 and we're going to multiply that by 6/7. So we're just going to follow the exact same method here. We take the two numerators, we multiply them together. We've got 4 times 6 and that is going to give us 24. And then we take the two denominators, which we've got 5 and 7, we multiply those together to give us 35. So just before we move on to look at another example, we're going to look at simplifying fractions, and we're going to do this by imagining that these two circles are pizzas. So with the first pizza, I've split it into 4 pieces, so into quarters, and I'm going to take 2 of those quarters. With the second pizza, I'm going to split it again, but this time I'm going to split it into 2 halves, and I'm taking 1/2. We can see that both of them are exactly the same. So 2 quarters is equivalent to 1/2. And sometimes when we're dealing with fractions we have to simplify them, and that just means make them as simple as possible. So because we can see that 2 quarters is the same as a half, we also know that both the numbers 2 and 4 can be divided by 2. And when we do that, we get a half. Generally in tests you'll find that questions will ask you to show your answer in its simplest form. So in class we always teach that it's best to simplify any fraction where possible. So now that we know how to simplify, we're going to go back and look at one final example of multiplying fractions. And in this example we're going to look at 2/3 and we're going to multiply that by 2 quarters. So we do exactly the same as what we did before. We look at the two numerators. In this case we've got a 2 and a 2. We multiply those together to get an answer of 4, so that's our new numerator. Then we look at the denominators, in this case a 3 and a 4. Multiply those together, that gives us a new denominator of 12. But the difference here is that we can see that both numbers 4 and 12 can be divided by 4. That means that 4 goes into both of them. And when we do that, we are then simplifying 4/12 and recognising that it is equivalent to 1/3. So that is everything that you need to know about multiplying fractions. On the screen in front of you you've got some questions. Feel free to pause the video and have a go at them yourself, and when you're ready just hit play and the answers will be waiting for you. Thank you very much for tuning in everyone. I hope you've enjoyed our video on multiplying fractions. Please feel free to comment below with any suggestions for what videos you'd like to see, whether that is maths or any other area of the curriculum that you're struggling with, and we'd be happy to do them. Thank you very much.